Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Tobias Harris. He has really been playing well.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Turner. And it's Mahimi in the center filling out the middle.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Mahimi's shot is good. The Pistons trailing. Jackson up top. He's guarded by Hill. It's good, and there's a block called on the play. He'll get one free throw.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win. And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
For three, Hill. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his third rebound on the night. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hill's got the game tied up here for the Pacers. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move, and with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
And Harris drops them both. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin, so yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
The Pistons shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And that's off the glass and in. And the Pistons lead by 4. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Jackson with the block. But they get it back. George. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Allen's checked in for Turner. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggled with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
Young's checked in for the Pacers. Outside, George. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Reggie Bullock comes in for Morris. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And a change for the Pacers. Buddinger's checked in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And that is good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
To the right side. Bullock passes to Harris. Allen with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Young in the corner. On the wing, George. And he goes in for the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Harris. Harris missing again.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Mahimi comes in for Hill, and it's Solomon Hill in for Paul George. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. And Young, here we go. And that one's good. Young's got 5.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 4. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Drummond in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Hill kicks to Ellis. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Ellis has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pacers.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measures 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
George is checked in for the Pacers. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Ian Mahimi.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Drummond. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. They set the pick. The drive by Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with the baseline jumper. Pistons trailed by 5. Harris outside. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. And that one's good.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
1:53 left in the fourth. George against Morris. Hill inside. Rebound, Detroit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Jackson passes to Drummond. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. And the Pacers call time here. They're ahead by 1. We've got 1:23 left in the game. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
And here's Hill for 3.
Well, he's gone without a field goal. And that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
It's stolen by Hill. George against Harris. And George kicks to Hill. Hill is screen on Harris. Here's Turner. Good!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Detroit with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Morris dishes to Jackson. Here's Drummond. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To take the lead. Nails it!
They do have a foul to give here.
And you might see them use it at some point.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're down by 1. 19 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
And Indiana making a change here. Here's Hill. He's looking for Mahimi and finds him. Down low. Morris against George. Count it!
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Inside, here's Harris. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.